Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to speak with you all on this beautiful day. I'm not sure where you all are, but I am in Georgia and the sun is shining bright. I just came in from walking my dog and I was out there and I just sat down on the back porch and just took in all of this wonderful vitamin D. And it was so nice. Now it's a little brisk outside. However, that sun eliminates all of that. Okay, you sit in that sun and you feel warm, like you are sitting around a cozy fire. Okay, so that was a great time, and plus to get some fresh air is always good. But I wanted to come to you today to ask you a question about seasons. Okay, and I entitled this segment, "Is This Your Hidden Season?" So I'm scrolling down timelines and, posting information and posting content and videos and things of that nature. And so I run into someone's post where they shared, and it was a message that says, make sure you're not trying to be discovered in a season that you're supposed to be hidden. And when I tell you that they put the brakes on my car, you hear me? Because that is so real. Let me tell you all something. How important it is to listen to Spirit when it says to cease, to pause, to be still, to step away from, to sit down, to stop. You have to listen because there's a reason for that, you guys. Okay? I had that in November. Okay? This past November 2020, when I heard clearly to empty my cup, completely empty my cup. And that meant everything, you all. That meant classes. That meant mentorship. That meant lives. That meant everything. Reluctantly enough, you all know, because y'all know I was giving you lives every single day, 7 days a week. I'm giving you something. You all know I had 4 courses, 4 classes that I was consistently teaching and training and mentoring. You all know I had several mentees who I call my children, my sons and my daughters, walking them hand in hand in business and in life and things like that. You all know I am an executive in the music arena. I have my own entertainment firm. I'm the president of a record label. You all know, author of a book. Was in the middle of writing my 2nd book. When I tell you, I was instructed by Spirit to empty my cup. No explanations, nothing. Empty my cup. Now, you all who know me, and I mean know me, you know that I always incline my ear to hear Spirit, because it is very much so much better to obey than to suffer the consequences from your disobedience. And understand this, when you know Spirit, you understand that with these instructions, if you obey, then on the other side of your obedience is a whole other avenue, a whole other level of greatness that you know not of. Okay? But our problem is, if we don't know anything, if we don't know the details, if we can't control it, if we can't put our hands on it, if we can't see the full picture, then we're reluctant to obey. Let me tell you something. If you don't walk your butt out there and do what you're told to do, I'm telling you, it's going to be hell to pay on the other side of that. All right? It's going to be hell to pay on the other side of that. So when Spirit says, stop, I had to stop. Do you hear me? I also heard in January of last year, you all know this, in January of last year, this time last year, I heard clearly, just as clearly as I heard to empty my cup in November. I heard clearly in January, this is not punishment, it's positioning. So even then, Spirit was training me and getting me prepared for what was to come. I didn't know it was going to be to this magnitude, but I was prepared nonetheless. That is the grace and mercy of Spirit. That is the loving kindness of Spirit. Spirit will prepare you the easy way, okay? And it's up to you to decide if you're going to listen, right? In November, I was told to empty my cup, and I did. I did not wait. I did not wait. I did immediately, because delayed obedience is disobedience. Hello, okay? I abruptly stopped. I gathered up all of my students, my mentees, my children, and I did a private live for only them. And one thing about it, my connection to my mentees, to my people, to my children, I am very transparent with them. Okay, I solely believe in you have to be transparent with them if you want them to be transparent with you. I am 100% transparent with those who I have leadership over. Okay. Because we are sharpening each other. I may be in leadership. However, I'm also in teaching mode as well. I'm also in learning mode as well, because they could have something that I need to receive as well. Listen to me. This goes across the board. Some of you all are in these leadership positions and you feel like your only job is to dictate and not listen. Some of you all need to sit and be taught by the very people that you've been given leadership over. Hello. That was something else. That's a little piece of appetizer that ain't got nothing to do with this, okay? But needless to say, chew on it, okay? Now, for me, I had to stop. I had to completely empty my cup. And then in that emptying of my cup, I noticed that Spirit had me going through this metamorphosis, right? Not to say that what I was doing was not good, because what I was doing, it was changing lives. My people can tell you. Hello. I'm talking about immediate, drastic change when they apply the principles that I was given. Okay? I do what I do. All right? And I do what I do well. However, what Spirit was trying to get me to do was to level up. And in order for me to level up my message, I had to level up myself. Hello? In order for you to level up what it is that you put out here, in order for you to give even greater of an impact to the people that you've been given stewardship over, you, my love, have to go through the leveling up. Because what Spirit will not have you doing is being out here, being a whole fraud and talking to these people surface based when their issues and matters are deep seated. You can't resolve deep seated matters on the surface. Can't do that. You cannot do that. Okay? So what you have to do is you have to be taken through the process, right? If here I am by trade, I am a life purpose guide, doula, coach, spiritual doula, spiritual coach, all of that. That's who I am. All right. But in order for me to speak with excellence, with accuracy, with boldness, with conviction, with compassion, and with right understanding, I had to go through the process myself. It was not easy, y'all. Do you hear me? Because I had to do the work that I'm about to get everybody else to do. I had to do the work. And baby, it is uncomfortable to shed an old skin. It is uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable because when you shed, honey, you shed. If you do the work right, you are shedding the skin, okay? And that means you're shedding not just your old ways, your old way of thinking, your old habits, your old words, your old actions. You are shedding old friends, old family. And I'm not saying old as in, age-wise. I'm talking about who were only assigned to you based on who you once were and not where you're going. Come on here. Old associations, old business partners, old this, old that. When I say shed, I mean shed. It is uncomfortable to peel up out of those old ways. But in that time, I had to be hidden in order for Spirit to do the gut work. I had to be hidden in order for Spirit to do the gut work. How is it that you're able to get your gut work done, but you still going on the face, and you still in the lives, and you still on the cameras, and you still doing this and then the third, when you know good and doggone well you don't need to be there. You don't need to be there. Sometimes your leveling up requires you to disassociate yourself from every single thing and get yourself into an isolated state so the spirit and you are the only two in the building. Only two in the building. You are being sharpened in that moment. In that moment, your ears need to be unclogged so that you can hear clearly what Spirit has to tell you, what your next moves are. Some of us, you guys, some of us should be hidden right now, and yet we are trying to be popular. We're trying to be out in the forefront. We don't want to be, we don't want to miss out. We want to be seen, when you know good and well you are called to be hidden right now in this season. And you need to get your assistance. You need to get your tools. You need to clean your weapons. You need to sharpen your weapons. Some of us need to remove the weapons, out with the old and in with the new weapons. This is a season for some of us to remain hidden so that Spirit can do the work on us, so that when we do reappear and we reemerge, then we will come out even greater, with a better impact, with more of a deeper message, with more of an impactful influence. That is the thing. Are you supposed to be hidden right now? Like I said, Spirit told me this is not punishment. It is positioning. This is not punishment. It is positioning. Some of us consider the instructions of Spirit to be punishment. That is not what this is. That is not what this is. If you are supposed to be sitting down somewhere, if you are supposed to be getting off of the line, I'm talking about, when I tell you stripped, I was stripped. I'm talking about no phone. I'm talking about no contact with old people, old things. I'm talking about stripping, so that it is only me and the voice of Spirit to tell me what my next move is. Because it is not for us to do it on our own, you guys. That is our problem. That is our problem. We're trying to do things on our own. That is our problem. We're trying to fix ourselves. We're trying to do things on our own instead of listening. And don't you know your battle right there? That's your battle right there, because this whole process, if we surrender to the process, could possibly be easy. The problem is we're so attached to the stuff. We're so attached to the popularity. We're attached to the numbers, you guys. Man, listen, some of us are so attached to the likes and the loves and the comments and the shares and the this and the views and all of this stuff, when that don't mean a hill of beans when it comes down to you meeting your purpose. It means nothing when it comes down to you tapping into your actual mission and your gift and why you were placed on this earth. Some of us would die, you hear me, if we did a live and we didn't have a person watching. Some of us can't even detach from these phones that's completely stuck to our hands and our faces. I'm talking about stuck. Like it came as an appendage. It came a part of you when you came out your mama. Some of us don't know what to do without being connected by one way or another to somebody. Some of us don't know how to go 2 seconds without taking a selfie. Some of us don't know how to go 5 seconds without sharing it with somebody, letting somebody, what you think? Do I look good? We got to get validated by somebody. Somebody. Instead of sitting down and receiving what it is that you're supposed to receive. And then when you get your green light to reemerge, you go back out there and you hit. I'm talking about you doing TKOs left and right, because you knocking them out with that new power, that new fire, that new impact, that new influence, that new passion, that new leveled up purpose. We don't take the time to do that. Let me hit on the makeup community. Let me hit it. I'm going to hit it and quit it because some of y'all are real sensitive about your eyeshadows and your foundations and things like that. I'm going to hit it and quit it. All right? Feel how you feel. I really don't care. Okay? Love you. I really do. Some of us will invest so much money. I'm talking about hundreds and thousands of dollars on things to enhance our exterior selves, but don't put a quarter on our interior selves, which is really the true us. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Anything new come out, we gotta have it. Such and such said, get this. Awesome. Let me get it. You ain't paid rent, bill the first. You ain't washed car. You barely washed your butt, but you gonna buy some new whatever because such and such said, get it. When you got products sitting in your house right now that still got the wrappers and the labels on it. But we just gotta be in the now. We gotta be in the know. We gotta be popular. We gotta keep up with the whatever. Let's keep up with what it is that we are supposed to be doing. Now, if your mission is to be an influencer, you go right ahead and influence, dear. But how is it that you can influence others, but you are not influenced to do the things that you're supposed to be doing? I'm here to talk about it. Some of us are so in search of that fame. For what? Because are you creating a solution to someone's problem in your search? Because ultimately, when we developed influencing positions and things like that and places of popularity, then that is exactly what you're supposed to be. A solution to someone's problem. How many problems have you solved here? How many problems have you solved lately in your position of influence? I'll wait. Or are you just slaying today? Is that what it is? How many problems have you solved in your position of influence? How many lives have you changed for the better outside of enhancing your exterior self? You haven't touched the heart the first. People are still crying out with a beat face. People are still broken with lashes from here to the gods. People are still hurting. People are still lost, but got wigs that's melted down, look like the hair's coming out their scalp. Let's talk about it. We invest so much in our labels and in our outside, and we put nothing, and I mean nothing. You know why I know it's nothing? Because I had a course that was $4.99, and I barely got people to pay their bill on time. But let such and such say something about buying such and such, we own it. We put so much in our exterior selves, in our shallow selves, in our self-centered selves. When we're supposed to be hidden and getting ourselves to the next level to where Spirit has us so that we can operate and walk in our gifts and our purpose and our mission. The reason that we have air in our bodies, the reason that we were placed in this realm, in this physical realm, the reason that we are here. We don't invest in that. Somebody give you a 6-week course for $1,200. We find every excuse in the world why not to get it. The same reason we find the excuses why not to purchase insurance. Oh, okay. Let me not go there. That's a whole nother lie. Oh, that's a bit much. You got $15,000 worth of makeup, worth of Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada in your corner. That's just a corner. But when someone says you need to invest in something, we find every excuse but the right one to get it done. Because we want people to continue to believe that we're where we're supposed to be instead of actually being where we're supposed to be. It's the art of illusion. We're magicians. Abracadabra. We want people to believe what we want them to believe. And then at the end of the day, once we turn the camera off, we are left with ourselves. Interesting. The one who you're with most of the time out of the day. You're with yourself. You do know that, right? But the people who we don't see, because hello, this is a lie. This is a camera. The people you can see, they can see you. You cannot see them. We want to put on our best fake, not our best face, our best fake for the people who we're trying to impress. But we don't take the time to impress ourselves by doing what we need for us to get to where we should be while we're here on this earth. Let me talk about Miss Cicely Tyson, the queen, the beauty, the gem, the goddess herself. Honey, that lady was the epitome of class. She was the epitome of class. She was such a lady. In everything that she did, she was such a lady. Such a lady. She was brilliant at what she did. The lady tapped into every single gift that was put on the inside of her. She did that. That woman worked and worked and worked for 96 years. 96 years she graced this glorious earth with her glorious self. She knew her value. She was a queen and she acted nothing less than that. Her spirit was immaculate. She tapped into the divine who she knows she is. And she exuded that everywhere she went, which was why her black did not crack. Yes, she aged. Yes, she did. But you couldn't tell me she was not slayed. Daughter had on the slaves with the slayers wigs. Huh? She had fashions to the nines. Do you hear me? Such a lady. Such a lady. 96 years. She tapped into her purpose, her gift. She touched lives. She spoke to souls. That's what she was supposed to do. By way of the arts. By way of the arts. Did she go through things in life? She absolutely did. Did she experience sadness in her life? She absolutely did. But did it display on her every day? It did not. You know why? Because she was above that. The events happened, but it didn't happen to her. She was such a lady, such a queen, such a goddess. She wrote her book and she released her book this past Tuesday. This week, Tuesday. And she went on and gave up her ghost. It was nothing, no sickness, no disease took her out. She decided when she was done. And she was done. She told her, she wrote her book, she released her story, and she left. Like a queen when she was ready to. There was nothing else for her to do here. She did it all. She did it all. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Live this life and never, ever, ever, ever lose sight of what your purpose is. But I can guarantee you that Miss Cicely had some seasons where Spirit had to sit her down and say, okay, let's regroup. Let's recalibrate. Let's reset. Let's rejuvenate. Let's refresh. She had a season. She had some seasons where she was hidden. And when she was hidden and consumed by the divine. Just to come back out of the hidden place and step into the light again and tear it down like she always do. She was wonderful. She changed lives. Question is, In the position that you're in right now, are you supposed to be hidden? Are you supposed to be hidden? Are you supposed to have your iron sharpened? I posted a quote this morning of Abraham Lincoln, where he says, if I was given 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'm taking 4 to sharpen my axe. What does that mean? That means if I have a mission, and if I have a goal, and if I have a purpose to fulfill, then most of the time that I have to fulfill it, I'm taking to ready myself and prepare myself so that when I go to step to do it, it can be done right. Sharpening his axe means training. It means being guided. It means mentored. It means getting the tools and the resources that you need so that when you go to chop this tree, when you go to fulfill this purpose, when you go to do what it is that you're supposed to do, you can do it with excellence, accuracy, and boldness. You don't have to go and try to swing at the tree right now, and then you find out that your blade is dull, so then you have to step away and you have to go to the store, go buy another axe. This axe here too slippery. Okay, let me try this. Let me go back. No. There's no hits and misses in spirit, y'all. When you are instructed to do something and you carry out those instructions, you win every time. It may look like a loss in your hidden season. It may feel like you're going through something, but you don't even understand, because on the other side, you are winning even in your hidden season. You're winning because you're being positioned. You're being positioned. You're leveling up. You're going to your next level. You are going to your next level. You're winning. Some people are not going through anything, and that is a sad place to be. Some people are comfortable right where they are, doing absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Are you sharpening your axe? Are you sharpening your axe in this season of hiding? How are you taking advantage of this? Some of you all, are you supposed to be hidden right now and are not? Are you out in the forefront, in the limelight, and you're supposed to be in the shadows? Getting your work, getting your instructions, tuning up. Listen. When your guidance is out here, when your instructions are out here, when your leads and your coaches are out here, when your mentors are out here, link up. Don't waste time. Don't waste time. You're here for a reason. You're here for a reason. Complete your mission so you can be on to your next one. Complete your mission so that you can be on to your next one. I love you all. I mean it. There's absolutely positively nothing you can do about it. Don't you even try it. We'll talk to you soon. Have an amazing day.